YouTube. Trying to get this music on here, so I don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see. Trying to get some stuff off of YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Hey, Stephen. Stephen, can you hear my music playing? Hey, Mark B. It was below zero in the morning. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, it's snowing here. I got to work in snow tomorrow. Hey, Electrum. I'm trying to get this damn thing finished up here. Hang on here just a second. Come on, damn it. I'm trying to get this damn YouTube pop up so I can get my chat out, but my live stream has not showed up yet, so I don't know why. Let's redo it and try again. Hang on here a second. Howdy, Liquid. Good to see you, brother. No music. Can't hear it. Okay, hang on. Let me get open up YouTube again. And dadgum, it's not showing my live. I'm trying to pop out my chat, and it's not showing, so I can do that. I got live stream on YouTube, but not. Come on, damn it. Hey, Steve C, how you doing? Good seeing you. Hang on. I'm trying to do some stuff here, and of course, YouTube is not cooperating. All right, let's see what. Let's see if I can find it through another way. There it is. Finally, now I can break out my chat. All right. If I break out my chat, I can actually see the chat much better. So, hey, Gold Maple, good to see you. Thank you for coming by. Thank all of y'all coming by. Hang on here. Oh, I got my chat broke out. I'm trying to get everything all done. Now let's see if I can get this damn music started. Oh, not. I guess I shouldn't say damn. Let's start this music. Oh, nice there, Mark B. That's cool. Oh, you're in Wisconsin? Steph and I'm in Oregon. It started snowing this morning. It stopped. So can you hear any music now? No, it wasn't that cold here. It was like 29 or something like that here this morning. Hey, JM, how you doing? Yeah, I don't want to hear it there, Mark. Yeah. I was trying to get the music to play, but it ain't playing worth the flip. So I'm having issues with YouTube tonight for some damn reason. But oh well. things are good. Things are good. It's a Sunday night. Is everybody having a good time? Oh, you're Liquid. You're Tennessee. Is it snowing there in Tennessee, Liquid? Steve, see, you're in Texas, right? Are you down there where Mark is at 80 degrees? South Texas. Okay, so you're like below. Hey, Lucky Star, thank you for coming. Good seeing you. We're going to get it's rain, huh? We're having snow today. So, are you getting Are you getting snow in Canada there, Gold Maple? Rain and 54. Okay. Well, y'all need to rain down there. I can't say anything. Steve, see, I'm from Dallas, so I know Mark. Mark is down in the South Texas too, so he'll have to tell you where he's at if he wants to. But Mark's down there. Mark B. So Lucky Star, is it cold in your part of in your? Yeah, there you go. Steve C. He's in Houston. He says, "There you go." You're near Toronto. It's cold here, but the snow melted last week. Okay, JM. It's been cold, but today's the first day of snow. Yeah, you ain't lying. Houston's big. So is Dallas. Steve, I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I tell you, it's grown a lot since I moved away. It's great to see you too, Lucky Star. I tell you, it's no snow, thank goodness. Ah, there you go. I'm thinking all that. I didn't go in today. I stayed home, and me and Tom both stayed home. So it's oh, Canyon Lake. Okay, I know where Canyon Lake is. Yeah, Go Maple. I tell you, Texas has got every kind of country you want. Not too many mountains unless you go over by El Paso area. They got some mountains, but I tell you, they got some beautiful canyons. Hey, how you doing, Red Light? Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. Liquid, it is big, that's for sure. It takes a while to drive across it. I plan on coming down. Oh, Big Bend, yeah, that's what I was talking about, where all the canyons and stuff, the Big Bend area. That's a great area down there. I can't tell you how much I appreciate y'all coming by. Next week, I'm going to put a list of all my giveaway at 500, so would not miss the best. Well, thank you, Red Light. Hey, Jesse O, how you doing there, darling? Much love to you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Well, looky here. Look what the cat drug in. Over here made it. Thank you for coming over here. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll take all of those you can send me. I'm going to try. I've ordered me another camera so I can show up coins and stuff like that better. So, love you too, darling. Hey, Silver Wolverine, how you doing, brother? Thanks for coming in. Hey, that was a good talk last night on the crypto. Uh, that crypto is I that's That's a good way to shut everybody down. What are y'all comments on crypto that they're trying to push on us that we don't like, and that they can shut your bank account down so you can't buy anything but what they want? Was Hoosier in a red robe too? Is he copying me? I'm naked, but I'm wearing a sock. Step tree. Over here, yeah, I hear you. That's good. I'm glad you're doing that. Are you cold? It's too damn cold to be wearing a sock here. Hooky. Yeah. Yeah, I was off today, Lucky Star. I was doing some my wifely duties today. I was doing some cleaning. I needed to do it, so but oh well. It's got to get done. I need to get my makeup artist and do my makeup better, don't you think? I need a new makeup artist. Now, your socks, are they wool socks? They're over here. I can't either. I don't like crypto either. Jamie Foxx, red robe, Rocky. Yes, I have a little red robe because I used to get up early in the morning when I first get up, and I'd be on a stream, and I'd always get my red robe. Well, I started that again, and now I wear. There's a lady in the stream called Jessie O that I wear this red robe for. So she's very special in my eyes. So y'all be nice to Jessie O. She's a great gal. Yep, Mark B is here. Thank you for coming. Well, thank you there, Jesse. I appreciate that. Do you think I need a new makeup artist, Jesse? Thank you. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate that. Over here, sometimes I do my nails, and I love you. Oh, thank you. I do my nails, and I put clear over them. Kind of protects my coat. You're talking about, yes, central bank digital currency, yes, silver rover ring, yes, that's exactly what I was wanting to talk about. More about that. They're going to try and usher that into us, and we're not going to have a choice. The more we talk about, yeah, the Fed coin's coming. I think we need to try and figure out a way that we don't have to do that. Thank you much, Jesse. That's very sweet. Fed coin is that's yeah. I look what I tell you, that I am so. I'm in Oregon over here. I live in Oregon. I got to live in a city that's got a decent airport. I hope so. The whole thing is to me, it's a way they can control. Look what China's done to its people over there, and I think that's what they're trying to do to us is control us more. with if they have over here, that is different people in the streams have oh, let's see here. They have like patches and stuff like that and decals. Can you see that one over here? This is mine. You wouldn't believe why I got a wrench on there, right? So that's my channel sticker, and so yeah, channel stickers correct. Here's another one I just had made. Can you see that? That's a wooden nickel sticker. Yeah, that's yeah, you're right, Liquid. That's exactly what it is. 1984 in the flesh. Hey, Gleason News, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Yeah, if anybody wants a sticker from me, let me put my email in there, and you can email me, and I'll mail you a sticker out. Actually, over here, I am a Texas Longhorn fan. I'm from Dallas. I'm a Dallas. I'm a Yankee. I mean, I'm not a Yankee. I'm a Southern boy. If you look on one of my streams that I did, I was in my one of my outfits for it was a captain, the cavalry captain outfit. You'll have to look at that. It's full. I got the whole outfit, boots and all. Brooklyn. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm in the southern part of Brooklyn over here. Yeah, we are. I got transferred up here, Steve. I'm a mechanic for an airline, and I needed a change, and so I decided to get away from Dallas, and I got transferred up here. So been here a while. My ex-wife decided to leave, but I stayed. So it was yeah. There you go. You're a mechanic, Steve? Ah, okay. I work on some big stuff like that. I work on internationals and some of very few cats. So I haven't worked on cats a lot. I can do a little bit, but not much. Yeah. So you must be a cat guy. I have a friend that just retired that was in Dickerson, South Dakota, and he worked for Cat, and he just retired. Yep. Well, now I know who to talk to if I ever run into a problem with a cat that I can't figure out. My hair, she she cuts my hair when I can get over there. She's not doing too well. She's been sick a lot. I need a haircut. So yeah, that's embalmer. Yeah, I would call her. She's close to that. She's got some. Oh, okay, nice, Martin. Okay. Well, that's my. If you see my son behind me, that's Silver Wrench, and Silver. Oh, you work on Komatsu? Okay. You ought to be staying pretty busy. Mechanics are kind of like hard to find decent ones. I see. I call them parts changers out there that really don't. No, I'm not a Yankee. uh, oh, I tell you, did you go down the I-5 corridor there, Maple? Yeah, that's true. All mechanics across the board pay raises out the wazoo here lately, and Delta. I used to work for Delta, and Delta hires mechanics straight out of school, or actually their last year when they get ready to graduate out of school. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Like, but yeah. Hey, how you doing, Sal? Good to see you. I'm glad you came. But Delta's hiring mechanics straight out of school, and they're starting off beginner mechanics. They're starting off 72,000 a year, fresh out of school, and you don't know crap. Yeah, that's yeah, it's I mean, when they hire you, I mean, you go through a training period. They're not going to turn you loose out there working without somebody there watching them. There's no way. You never do that. There's a lot of stuff going on on a tarmac. Yeah, it was just like Steve does. I mean, what Steve does, they're not going to turn a green mechanic out on that stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of people don't know what they're doing. That's for sure, Gold Maple. Yeah, it's mechanics are getting to be hard to find. Oh, meow cat. Oh no, I'm talking about a cat caterpillars. What I'm talking about over here. Steve knew what I was talking about. The doll moved again. Good. That's good. Yeah, he's supposed to be moving back there. He keeps I'm next week. I think he's going to start talking too. That's what they start out Caterpillar at 92 or oh 99 too. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, Steve, when you got out of school, did they train you on hydraulics and all of that? Liquid, that's good. I like it. You know what? He may start moving. You never know. Just call his name Silver Wrench. Yep, I hear you. I hear you. Over here, that is right. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. Did they started you out at 99 straight out of school? Yes, Mark. Yeah, Mark B. That's right. That's a Silver Wrench. I used to have him up on my lap and he'd be talking and stuff like that. No, I haven't had a chance to watch that yet over here. The last 2 weeks I've been working out a lot out of town, and I got to go next week. So, does anybody want to come up? Mark, you want to come up here and yak? You don't have to show your face. Stefan, that's funny. 3 pet geese, huh? I need one of them. Yeah. Are you kidding me, Maple? I'm surprised they can even get mechanics up there if they don't, if they don't get paid. Let me give you a link there, Sal.
Hello.
Well, hello. Let me turn my volume down there. How you doing there, Sal?
All right, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. We were on a stream last night talking to Nick's Coins and Lisa, and then Silver Wolverine. We're
Wolverine.
all talking about crypto.
Oh wow. Yeah, I need to watch that replay of that. That's yeah, that's cool. Awesome. Yeah, how'd that go? So you were talking about I know you were talking about the Morgans as well too, but they were talking about the crypto too, the
Yeah, we
thing.
start talking about crypto and what we're thinking about the crypto because they're really pushing that pretty hard.
Yeah, well, the Drudge Report, I just looked at it a minute ago. The Drudge Report has a headline says crypto teeters near abyss. So who knows? It's crazy. It's stuff's happening here.
Well,
Crypto's
what I think what's going to happen, Sal. I don't know if uh, Jamie Foxx went to Center Street when it was important. Okay, that's great. Uh, the Fed had an auction for bonds, and nobody showed up here. And that was in October.
wow.
So what's going on is the bonds for U.S. bonds are not selling to anybody, and China and Russia and everybody's starting to dump the bonds. And I honestly feel like you may see a U.S. bond market, the Fed default on U.S. bond payments.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch to see what happens in that arena. That's why the Fed's got to really walk the line
Yep.
to do that. And I can they afford to do that? I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. The bond market is kind of a strange animal at times, but yeah, it's crazy. I mean, there's so many things that could go in all different directions. It seems, and I think we're closer than ever before. And of course, we say that every year, but look at all the stuff that's been happening recently. Inflation is just out of control.
Yep.
You have the BRICS nations now openly, individually at least, trying to separate themselves from the dollar. Look at what Egypt is doing. Saudi Arabia is pretty upset with the Biden administration right now, and it's a mess. And the link you sent me, I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I'd be very curious to see that. And we can't really say a whole lot about it here, but
Right.
but if you know what I'm talking about, because
Yep.
what's going on in Maricopa County, Arizona right now, um, people should pay attention to. Uh,
Yep. That's
Big
for sure.
news.
You know,
Yeah, and I'll say this about this because I think it's very important. You think about the Secretary of State did not recuse herself in an election she's running for as governor. Tell me about conflict of interest.
that's for sure.
It's
That's for sure.
insane. And a lot of this goes back to the last cycle. And I don't even want to say the year because even saying the year could get us in trouble.
Yep. That's true. That's why I don't. That's where I'm really selective about what I say on these streams and stuff like that, like talking about crypto and stuff like that. So
Right. Yeah. But I need to watch that video because I'm kind of interested, but it was kind of a long one. But anyways, but going back to what you're talking about, the cryptos, I think as we see more and more trouble, somebody said in my live stream earlier that that could be that another even bigger exchange may fall. I don't know if there's truth to that or not, but if that does happen, I think that's going to be the beginning of the end.
see, I do too, and I heard the same thing, but I didn't hear who it was,
Right.
and nobody's saying who it is. So uh, I, I'd be speculating. So I just don't know for sure. So I don't want to say anything.
Right. Okay, Silver Wolverine is saying that the CBDC talk was on the Nick's channel. His was on the Morgans. Yeah, because Nick's
You're
yeah, very good.
right,
Okay.
right. That's true. And yeah, it's that thing. It's pretty lengthy. Lengthy. I mean, 50 minutes to sit down and listen to him talk, but it's well worth it. You'll.
Yeah. I was gonna say if you could give me the Cliff Notes version on it, that would be cool. But I'll see if I can check it out. There's a lot to digest, and of course it'd be very interesting to see what they're talking about there. But yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty scary because That's why they're pushing this crypto, because if the Fed gets going into crypto, I don't think anybody is going to want it because it's not backed by anything, and they're already seeing crypto or dollars already in falling pretty bad, and nobody wants our dollar. So we're seeing other countries sell the dollar and start. I'm not sure how they're if they're doing it in rubles on the exchange, because I do know that Russia has got their gold exchange set up, and
Do they actually have it set up, or are they working to set it up?
they've got it set up, and they're actually priced gold at $2,600 an ounce at this point.
Wow.
And so that's what I'm saying. And I've been trying to find about silver. I haven't heard about silver yet. So it's because that's why. You remember you saying one night that we may will go to sleep and wake up next morning and gold be 5,000 and silver be $100. I think that's where you're going to see it, because what they're going to do once they get set up, they're going to blow the U.S. out.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'd love to see some more evidence. I think it's going to take a little more. I mean, I'm so reluctant with some of these stories that come out, and some people that talk about some of this stuff, just because it's like the dollar is a tough nut to crack.
Yes, it is. I agree.
60% transacted around the whole world. International transactions are with a dollar. It's not going to be easy one to take down. And you think about it, if Russia was to set up a gold standard at $2,600 an ounce, who's going to buy from them at that amount? Even if it's priced in rubles of an equivalency of $2,600 an ounce, no one is going to buy their gold because it's too expensive.
Well, see, that's what I was thinking. Well, what's going to stop American gold manufacturers, gold miners, and these to take their gold to Russia and start selling their gold to Russia? I mean, they're getting more money for it.
If they would buy it, but they're not going to. That's the thing that what I'm why I am I guess skeptical of that news is because they're not going to. Who's going to buy gold for $2,600 an ounce?
Well, see that,
and even for those of us here, most collectible coins from the U.S. Mint are selling for about that, and that's premium gold. It's
right,
like
exactly.
They're going to want to get gold for as close to spot as possible.
Yeah, that's for sure, and it's kind of if they just got gold price but not silver, I think that you'll see other precious metals, because that's what they're working for, and I think because the BRICS nations are all siding in with Russia, and so Saudi already said that they'll stop dealing in dollars and go into rubles on oil. And that was the last thing I heard on that, and I haven't heard any more. So they were signing up with BRICS, and that's why I'm worried about the default of the dollar, with them being on the bonds.
Yeah, and the thing is that I mean, I think it's going to be baby steps, like Egypt decoupling their pound with the dollar. They want to trade oil for gold, essentially. And I think that's going to be the center point, because all these other currencies, and of course the ruble, it's a little different animal because of what's going on. So there's not much ruble circulating, so they're not printing their money like we are, and other nations. They really can't. By the way, they can't, because they know they'd be in trouble if they did that, if they caused inflation there. So, but they're kind of constrained because of outside forces. But Russia's economy is about the size of Italy's, if that, and probably even less than that now. They're not a big economic superpower like China is. China is much more powerful than economically and militarily too. China is much larger threat in that area. However, the very fact that Putin is wanting to start this gold exchange, the Moscow Gold Exchange, is he wants to prop up Russia as a trading hub. Because if he can do that, he can control it. He can help that arbitrage between the East and the West, whereas the Shanghai and the Asian markets really aren't doing it right now. There's no arbitrage there.
Right.
So you get Russia doing it, but the problem is there's a conflict of interest because you have the BRICS, which is a very loose, organized. Essentially, it's an acronym with a because you have it's called BRICS Plus. You got a couple of other nations that are tied to it, but it's a loosely association with the common interest of trying to not be dependent on the dollar. These are the nations that do not want to depend on the dollar, and
Right.
understandably so, by the way, because we're printing it out of style. We're printing it like
Yep.
crazy.
Exactly.
But at the same time, you have that going on. You also have an Eastern European Union that that's what he really wants. That is what Putin really wants, an Eastern European Union. Get all those former Soviet republics in on it, and
Yep.
some other Eastern European nations to get on it. And then Russia has control of that, kind of like we have control of, or kind of like Germany has control over the European Union.
Yep.
Germany runs that whole thing. Without
Yep.
Germany, the euro would fall apart.
It would. That would. You're exactly right.
All the coins are minted in Dresden, and it's everything is done out of Germany, and that is what Putin is salivating for Russia.
That would be something if the way Germany's going right now about, because that's why Russia has stopped selling them the gas that they need. He's trying to break them.
Yep, exactly. That's right. And Trump warned Germany. Angela Merkel at the time said, "You're a fool if you are relying on Russia for your oil and gas needs. Get it from us. Get it from us. We'll take care of it." But she said nope, and she's and they're paying the piper for it now.
Oh, they are. They are. And I was watching there's a girl on here on YouTube. Her name's Survival Lily. She's lives in Austria.
Okay.
And she was giving a update on what's going over there. And I was kind of curious about gas, and they're already, hey, Brittany, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. I'm glad to see you. We got a guest on here, Salivate Metal. Yes. Yes, he's chatting with us. And,
hi, Brittany. Brittany commented on my channel the other day. Good to see you, Brittany. Brittany's Britannia. Welcome.
She's a great gal.
Yes, she is.
She's a Southerner.
Nice.
Yeah. So
we love Southern ladies.
Yeah, buddy. They're something else. There's a couple of ladies in here that you need to meet. There's Jessie O. Are you in here, Jessie? Say hi to Sal.
I don't see Jessie O.
I don't know if she's still here. She was in here earlier, but yeah, that's I agree with you 100% on that. And so she this whole thing, what I'm seeing is with the auctions and nobody's buying our debt. There she is. She just came in.
Hi, Jessie. Hello.
She says hi. Can you see the chat, Sal?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I think I'm watching the play side, so I'm seeing it probably a little bit later. I don't know. You're probably seeing it pop up within the on the inside here. I'm not seeing that at my end.
Yeah, she's here.
Cool.
So she's a great lady. Much love to Jessie.
Yes.
She's got my heart. So
you take Jessie, I'll take Brittany.
There you go. There you go. And but yeah, that's exactly what I think. And then the reason I think they're pushing this crypto so hard is the simple fact is if they get crypto in, they can print and do whatever they want electronically, and nobody has nothing to say. They don't have nothing to back it up,
Right. Yeah. Yep. And when you say crypto, you're talking about a central bank digital currency, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, exactly. What they want to do with this and is they want to essentially, it's about control.
Yep.
The technology is already there. We're already seeing this ESG compliance stuff all over the place. It's all over corporate. The the corporate world and everything. It's even in the mining sector. It's sickening. It's virtue signaling on a corporate level, and on a corporate level, all sprout out from the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, and it's bad news all around because they have this. Your privacy will be gone in terms of all your financial transactions. It'll be all done through the central bank, even if they create what's called e-cash. This e-cash stuff is they say, well, that is going to be your private transactions on par and equal to the bills that you exchange. But the problem is they could very easily tie in a QR code to those notes to where you can scan them, and it may not tie them to you specifically, but it'll trace all of those dollars and where they're spent. So in other words, if you see of these dollars that come through in any specific location to buy ammunition, for instance, they will be able to track the sales of ammunition in a certain area by those e-cash notes.
Yep, exactly.
So there's no real privacy. There's no true privacy. It's just it's bad news. It's as Orwellian as it gets.
Yep, exactly. And that's exactly what I was talking to on last night on Nick's channel. We were talking about that. Now her husband is in the banking business.
Yep.
And she was saying that whatever bank that he works for, the feds have been going in and pushing on this Green New Deal crap.
Yep.
And so it's actually, they're pushing it. And so if you're not with the program, you won't have any money. You'll be cut off.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's where it's headed.
Yeah.
And it is a crying shame. And the thing is I'm not against technology. I'm not against progress as far as making our financial system more efficient as far as transactions and things like that. And that's how they're going to sell it, by the way. They're going to sell it under the guise of speedy transactions through their version of the blockchain, their digital ledger system. But the thing is you give them a little bit of power and they will run with it.
Oh,
they're going to say, well, we're going to be limited. We're going to protect your privacy. Because I've read.
Yep, exactly.
I read the executive memorandum from Joe Biden, who's talking about ways to protect privacy.
Right.
And when a government official says that means it's ways to invade your privacy.
Yep, that is exactly right. Because you think about it, if you don't vote, or if you don't believe, or you might say something that is incorrect with their narrative, you're like, oh, I can't go buy food, I can't go buy gas, I can't do this. You know,
it happened to the truckers in Canada.
Yep, exactly.
And they don't even have a CBDC.
Exactly. And so, and look what Canada's doing now. They've already banned all their weapons.
Yep, that's right.
And so it's just it's trying to eke over into this country, and I don't know if if it'll stop or it'll keep going. How do you protect yourself from that kind of stuff? The small guy doesn't have a chance.
Well, what you got to do is you got to vote for the most constitutionally conservative members of Congress, not only in the House of Representatives, in the Senate, and the presidency, but in your states.
Yeah,
your state legislatures, even down to the school board members. You need to vote for those that believe in limited government, believe in actual privacy and protection of your rights. Know what the Bill of Rights are, know your freedoms, and fight for those freedoms. Because if you do not fight for them, and the best way to fight for them now is in the ballot box, even though that is under threat, we know as well too, we must overwhelm them with the vote. Even if you live in a state that you think is safe, nothing is safe. We've seen it in even the most reddest of states. We're seeing literal communists taking power in some of these places. In Texas, it's insane.
Look at Austin, Texas has been invaded by all these, what's a good way to put it? Different people. How's that?
Progressives.
Okay, I like that. Progressive. And so, over here says, why do you and South think that Uganda decided to trade oil for gold? They must have seen what happened to Hussein. And you're right. That
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know. And seeing the thing is I don't know that I necessarily buy that a whole lot either. I guess there could be some. I mean, because those nations really are inconsequential when it comes to that type of thing. As far as I mean, as far as contributing to the world economy or a threat to the U.S., I don't really
right,
see them as much. I mean, I obviously, I guess you could say, well, if they're success, they've become successful because they trade oil for gold, then that could be perceived as a threat. But I don't know that. I mean, the thing is that the U.S. holds more gold than any other nation in the world by far, even more so than the top three, including the IMF. If you believe they have the gold, a lot of people don't, and understandably so, because they do not. We've not had a transparent audit since
right.
1953. And in
Is it
fact, the audit in
53?
1953 of the gold reserves, if some people could probably have some very serious and legitimate criticisms of that audit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'd love to see them do an audit, but I don't think they want to show it, Sal.
No, they don't. Well, we knew as much when Secretary Mnuchin went and said glad gold is safe, and he showed a photocopy of a black and white picture of him holding up a bar with Mitch McConnell. Uh,
I trust Mitch McConnell like lead,
exactly,
gold plated
exactly.
lead bars.
Right, exactly. That's right. That's right. And didn't give me much faith that the gold was there. And I'm not a
Exactly.
and I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I actually believe we do have the gold, but I can understand why people would question it because of the lack of transparency. Why
Exactly.
not just show us? Why not show our power? Show that we have these 8,133 tons of gold.
Ex-
Russia did it. Russia showed all their gold.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
the Bank of England showed their gold. I believe there was another nation I covered on the channel that did it too. But anyways, it's that's the thing. There's some legitimate questions for some of these issues, and that's just it. Even though I kind of push back on some of the conspiracy theories, there are legitimate questions, and I think it's wise to ask the questions. I
Yep.
think where we get in trouble is coming to our own conclusions. Some of the conclusions that some come to are so out of whack that it flies in the face of being taken seriously for some of the solutions. I think that's where we have problems, like with Alex Jones. And again, I think what happened to Alex Jones was ridiculous. He should have
Oh,
never been taken to court. But however, he completely is missing the mark by questioning this Sandy Hook shooting. It's obvious it happened. There's plenty of evidence that it happened, and but that's just it. It's natural instinct to want to try to think that there is an actual conspiracy, a planned conspiracy for some of these things, and we can
yep.
come to some really wild conclusions that are even less based in facts than the original questions that were raised about the official story. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Silver Patriot, thank you for coming. I tell you, if you think about the Sandy Hook, compare it to the Uvalde down in Texas. Now, you talk about some strange stuff and compare the facts to those two different ones. There was some stuff, and they shut it down pretty fast because the shooting in Boston, that kid knew the kid in Uvalde. From what I understand, I can't prove it, but that's what I heard, that they had been conversing to each other, and they went to school or something like that together, or something was going on between them. But there's a I don't want to say too much about it because I don't know for a fact, but you hear a lot of strange things. But
And
that
that's
one,
just it. That's going to think one of the thing about, you have fake news, which is what we're all used to that comes from the left. But, people don't focus on, especially when we look for confirmation bias on our side, some of the alternative media out there can be just as bad, if not worse, because it clouds it basically dilutes the purpose of what we're trying to fight for, and by some of these things and entertaining some of these theories. Again, asking them the questions is good, But like, yeah, but the Vivaldi thing, especially, what was going on? Why did they wait so long? It was
See,
insane.
that's exactly, and I sometimes well, my mind, I'm thinking something that those guys should have been in there and taken care of it. From what I understood, they could have shot through the windows and taken him out, but that's what yeah, I couldn't prove it because that's just hearsay. What I
Right,
heard,
right.
and
Yeah.
you notice how everything on that whole thing is just kind of just gone.
Yeah.
Everybody, nobody's talking about it anymore.
Right, right. And that's where the questions come up because nobody wants to be, they try to cover themselves because they don't want to get in trouble if the real story came out. What is the real story? I don't
Yeah,
know. We can speculate, but and I think that's where it really boils down to. There's not a real proper investigation in a lot of these things. A lot of that goes back to the Warren Commission too, with the JFK, the shooting of JFK. I most would agree that the Warren Commission was not as thorough as it should have been.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I was looking at the chat over here. Says I'm looking for the fact that you are a Southern Johnny Reb. I am, brother. You know, if you go into my chat or go into my videos that I did, and I'm sitting there in one of my Southern uniforms, brother. I didn't want to get too over because I didn't want to get taken down, but I've got my Confederate captain's uniform on. I didn't go full bore; I just had the coat on, and you'll see it. But yeah,
Are
that
you a reenactor?
yep, yep.
Oh,
I
cool,
have the full.
nice.
I have the full. I have the hat. I have the boots. I've got the sword belt, the whole 9 yards.
That is
Because
really cool.
well, thank you, thank you. So
What battles did you, I don't know a whole lot about the Civil War, but I know some of the major generals of the South. I actually have great respect for Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson. Much to the chagrin of many people, the Civil War was not a cut and dry situation. It was, slavery was a part of it, but it was more about states' rights, I think, than anything else.
that's yeah, because a lot of people think it was over slavery, but it was not. It was over states' rights because the Union was trying to tax the Southern uh, cotton industry more than what they were trying to increase their taxes, and that's what really sprung the Civil War.
Right.
That it's a lot. So yeah, that's a lot of people, yeah, to really study that thing. I mean, that's a long time ago, but if you go in and really dig deep, you'll see it. So yeah, I wore that outfit on Halloween a few times. Here in Portland, it gets some looks, I can guarantee
Oh,
it.
I'm sure. I'm sure. But
Yeah,
if you look back, like um, Robert E. Lee was about as close to an abolitionist as you could get.
yeah,
People don't understand that, and his army was called the Army of Northern Virginia. It wasn't the Confederate Army. You know what I mean? It was like
yep,
he was fighting for his country, which was Virginia, and
exactly,
and
exactly.
and people don't realize Stonewall Jackson actually gave money to a church, a black church in Lynchburg, uh, and his confidant, who was his uh, I guess his slave, that was his personal person. He was I mean, very close with him, very close.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of things that. Yeah, I'm in Portland, Silver Patriot. Yeah, I see a lot of crazy stuff there. There's been a lot of shootings going on, and it's getting crazier here. And when I park my car on the inside of the fence, I don't leave it outside anymore. There's too much bad stuff. The bad people are moving in, or the homeless are moving in really close to the airport.
What
Yeah,
is that governor there, or that mayor, Terry something, or
oh man, I can't even think of
that
this.
guy's a piece of work, isn't he?
Oh, when it was so funny when this whole thing started. I think it was 2020. He was down there marching with
Yes.
marching. Then they turn around and go to his house and threaten him and all that kind of stuff. They turned on him on a heartbeat.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They
It
eat
is.
their own. They
Yeah,
eat
and
their
this,
own.
I don't know. Have you been keeping up with this Bill 114 here in Oregon that they said passed?
Oh, is that the gun one?
Yeah. Do you know
Yeah.
after next week December 8th, if it's not an injunction against this thing, the gun sales will stop on December 8th. We will not be able to
Wow.
buy a gun.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
It's such a bad bill. It's one of the worst bills in the United States that ever passed, and that's why I have, because 70 states or 70 counties in this state voted against it, but it still won. So I'm kind of like, how did it win? You see what I'm
Right.
getting at?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So it just there's some strange things about that whole thing, and it's just
They
I've
need
been
to they need to ramp that up to the Supreme Court like Heller. I
Yep,
mean,
exactly. That's
yep.
exactly right. There's 4 lawsuits right now. One was done Friday. Another one was done, I think, Thursday against this. And one of them went Friday to court. And we're going to hear what the the uh, the judge is going to come out with, if they're going to do an injunction against. Because I watched some of the video of the courtroom, what the judge was asking the lawyers, and it shows how left wing some of these judges are. It was just incredible, some of the questions that she was asking.
Wow.
And I don't think she's going to give an injunction against it. I think it's going to go into effect. So,
You being in Oregon, I'm curious, Rocky. I heard that there is some push for Eastern Oregon to merge with Idaho.
yes, there's a big push for that. I'm not sure the effect of that because they want to join the state of Idaho. And it's because they're saying that, like, the county that Portland's in, Multnomah County, and that's the most heavily populated county in the state. Well, just Portland, they say, can decide what goes and what doesn't go. And so it's I don't know. And that's why I said 70 counties in this state voted against it, and they still won. And I don't know anybody that voted for it.
Right.
Anybody, but I don't hang out with that type of people anyway. But
Right. And the cities, I mean, that's what's happening in Georgia. Atlanta is ruling the roost there for the most part.
right.
And these big cities they're becoming more populated. Although New York is the opposite. People are leaving New York in droves. But some of the problem is some of those people, they're continuing to vote the same way in friendlier environments because of the policies that they're voting for. They're causing the problems, and they're coming to areas where they're friendly and still voting the same way. So that's why I think we're seeing this mass migration, and it's turning some of these red states purple.
Yep.
Because of that.
Exactly. Yep. The in Dallas, where I'm from, the Californian people have just migrated there, like to Austin, and that's why Austin has turned blue. And
Right.
I don't understand, why would you want to move from a state that is so tax heavy and move into a state and try and turn that state to where they moved out of? I don't understand that at all.
I don't either, and continue to vote the same way, vote for higher taxes and bigger government. It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Idaho put a sign up in Boise. Boise, Idaho had a sign up telling the Californians to go back home.
Wow.
I thought that was great because they're trying
to
do the same thing to Boise.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny. Somebody stepping up and saying no.
Well, is this move to because obviously you need the Idahoans to approve this this move from Eastern Oregon. So would it be easier for them to just form their own state? And could that be done, or would it be that would be a harder process because you have to run that through Congress, right?
Well, from what I heard and what I've done research on it, what has to happen is all these counties that want to get in and move out, they have to go before, which Salem is a capital. They have to go in and ask Salem for permission to annex them, or de-annex, or whatever you want to call it, out of the state. I don't see if they're wanting to. If you have the vote, why would you have to ask permission? So I don't. They're never going to do that.
Right.
They want that tax base. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
it's really because anything from the Cascade Mountains east of Oregon, they're all pretty much uh, conservative people. You know, farmers. I mean, the land here is most farmers. There's great hunting over on the other side of the mountains. That's where I go, and so it's a lot of the state is conservative. Eugene, Oregon, Salem, and Portland are the main cities that are the ones that vote against all this craziness. So,
Right. Wow.
and so the rest of the states are pretty much, so it'll be something how this turns out, because I'm wondering if that judge is going to actually file an injunction, because there is the way they got this bill written up, that you have to go to the sheriff's office to get trained, to get a license to buy a handgun or a rifle or a shotgun or anything. But the sheriff's department has no funds to do that. They don't have anything set up. So after December 8th, there's nobody to do it. So it's going to be it's a catch-22. You can't go and get trained to get the permit from the state. And they deliberately set that up that way.
Yep. Oh yeah. Exactly. Well, remember all these federal agencies buying all this ammo?
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep. Insane. Well, Rocky, I gotta head out. I just
Well, thank
thought
you
I'd
for
join.
coming up.
Yeah, great discussion. Always
It
appreciate
was
you.
it was great, and it's nearly an hour. I try and keep it to about 30 minutes for right now, and I'm going to tell everybody, being you're going to go, and thank you for coming, and everybody coming in, and I'm going to shut it down too myself. So thank you for coming, and we will talk to y'all next Sunday. Thank y'all.
Take care. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye bye. Thank you.